Welcome to the stream tonight. Hello. I don't really know how to do an introduction for this. This is a game that Desert brought to my attention last night, and it was $3 on Steam, and I thought, I just think that this sounds like a good idea. This is a game called Return of Red Riding Hood, Enhanced Edition. The non-enhanced edition doesn't exist as far as I can tell, so I'm not sure what exactly is enhanced about this. But as far as I can tell, it's like a Russian point-and-click storybook adventure game. So, I don't know. I don't know. Let's give it a try. I have no idea what it's going to be like. Maybe it's going to be really just... Maybe it won't even be entertaining. We'll see. We'll see. Already looking good. Looking good. Oh. Look at that guy. That's a big bad wolf. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. How's the volume? No, we're playing the English version. Guys, I can't speak Russian. We have to be able to follow the plot. Our games. I'm not activating Russian mode. I like how the background moves a little bit when you hover over things. Alright, well, I guess we just should... This is amazing graphics. Look at that. That looks like a real stuffed animal. Alright, let's go. Cade, thank you for the sub.
You know that feeling when you're running for your life?
Return of Red Riding Hood, Enhanced Edition. Click or press space to start. I covered you with a blanket. Put the lamp on. Now sleep. What? That doesn't... Hold... I covered you with a blanket. Put the lamp on. Now sleep. Mother always tells me stories before I go to sleep. What is this? She's like in a cave from Morrowind. You can do without a story for one evening. Tomorrow you'll have your mother and her stories back. Is he holding her mother captive? Gigas, thank you for the sub. No, I can't fall asleep that way, the girl began to whimper. Please read it to me. Okay, grumbled her older brother, who was sitting on the edge of her bed. Not really. Just don't cry. Which tale do you want? Red Riding Hood. Fine. Here we go. Won't you get the book? It's in the bookcase on the lower shelf. What for? I remember the story. Listen. What? Which one do I click? Return of Red Riding Hood Enhanced Edition or Next? Next. In one village there was a little girl so lovely that no other girl was her equal. Is that... Okay. Alright. Her mother loved her to distraction, and her grandmother loved her even more. For her birthday, her grandmother presented her with a red hood. That's a hat. That's a hat. The girl always wore her new smart hood. Okay, so I guess hats are smart hoods? Is that what they are? I paid $3 for this, yes. Do I regret it? No. Smart hood. The neighbors would say, there goes Red Riding Hood. Oh my god. Once her mother decided to bake some pastries, but she wasn't sure what filling to choose. Let Red Riding Hood find the filling for the pastries. One time Mother started a grand cooking task. Red Riding Hood decided to help her. Galaxy, thank you for the sub. Abandoned... This is a quest? There's quests? First, decorate the table with flowers. While Mother was preparing the dough, Red Riding Hood decided to decorate the table with flowers. What was that noise? The hell was that? The dwelling of Red Riding Hood and her mother was a small timber house with plain furniture. There's a dresser by the wall. In the center of the room, table. You can inspect locations by clicking on the items marked by another color in the description text. Okay, so like, table. An old wooden table. Dresser. A big dresser. Red Riding Hood can open the cupboard. Why are there so many bugs in this house? Do you hear them? What the fuck? The big cupboard with dishes. There's a beautiful vase. Red Riding Hood took the vase. You can inspect an item by double-clicking on it. A medium size... Is this my inventory down here? It's just text. Alright. The dwelling of Red Riding Hood and her mother was a small timber house with plain furniture. There's a dresser by the wall. In the center of the room, table. So what? I place the vase on the table? Is that what I gotta do? Click on the word table in the scene description. What is that? What is that? It sounds like a bug landed on the microphone. To place the vase on the table, click it on it in the inventory, and then click on the word. To read the description of current location, click... This is... I mean, jeez. There's a dresser by the wall in the center of a vase. Didn't I do that? She put the vase on the table. Garden. Okay, alright. We're making progress. Red Riding Hood went to the garden. Fruit trees and bushes were to the left and the well was to the right. The forest could be seen behind the fence. There are beautiful rose peonies. Ponies? Gert, thank you for the sub. That has already grown in the garden. Maybe these flowers will do. Take it. Red Riding Hood picked peonies. Okay, then I'll go back to the house and I'll put... I got this figured out. You click on this and then you click on vase. You need to fill the vase with water. There was a... I gotta go back to the... Can I take the bucket? Nope. Alright. Let me go out to the... Let me go to the well. Oh, this is good. This is good. Penis. Okay, is that how it's pronounced? Red Riding Hood came to another part of the garden. There's a well here. Warham, thanks for the sub. I can't get over that. That's so scary. There's the well here. There's a rope on the grass. The bucket is nearby. Bucket. Red Riding Hood took the bucket. Bucket, rope. Does not work. Rope. They're well... Oh, I got the rope too? Rope, bucket. Bucket. This is like math. Drew some water. Okay, I got the water. I'm going back. There's such realistic bug sounds in here. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go back to the house. Bucket with water in vase. Peonies in vase. Red Riding Hood tried to put the peonies in a vase, but the flowers were too tall. Red Riding Hood wanted to break the stems, but didn't want to spoil the flowers. You need to look for some other flowers for the vase. Maybe there's something suitable in the forest. This didn't happen in the book. This didn't happen in the book. She didn't have to do this. Oh, fuck. Red Riding Hood went to the forest. The weather was great. There were small forest flowers on short stems growing on the forest edge. It's peonies. Okay. Red Riding Hood picked the flowers. Okay, I got the flowers. Let's go back to the house. I'm getting this. It's a weird user interface, but I get it. Some forest flowers. Put those in the vase. Achievement unlocked. Can you see the achievements? Good. Complete manual quest. Manual quest. Red Riding Hood put the flowers in the vase. Beautiful. Now you can help Mother to bake pastries. Mother is standing by the kitchen table preparing everything for cooking. You can talk to your mother, and if there's something that Mother is asking for you've already found, you need to give it to her. I'd like to bake pastries for your grandmother. Please bring me something to make the filling. I see. Mother is standing by the kitchen. Okay, Well, what do I need? What do I need? Look at this fucking woman. Look at this is amazing. Look at the textures. Oh, man. Okay, wait. What pastries are your favorite? With apples. What about Granny? With mushrooms. And I like them with cabbage better. Cabbage pastries? Okay, I'll go. Mother is standing. Okay. Are there lots of wolves in the forest? No, just one. Does he like pastries? Everyone likes pastries. There's something else. Why does Granny live in the forest? Your grandfather was a forester. There's something else. Why do you need to bake pastries instead of boiling them? Because if we boil them, it will be a whole different dish. There's something else. Why are marrows, cucumbers, and tomatoes no good for filling? A marrow is too large to put in a pastry. Okay, I'll go. Okay, so I'll look through the house. A massive wooden dresser, hatch, stove, oven fork. I got an oven fork. Okay, let's go to the garden. This is... Oh, you got a scroll. Look at this. Okay, I'll go. Wow, this is a lot. To the vegetable garden. Okay. New Spargo, thank you for the sub. Tomatoes, cucumbers, onions. But she likes mushrooms. She likes mushrooms, though. That's absolutely what happened. A bug fucking crashed into the microphone. This is like genuine audio recordings from in a forest. Large like piglets. It's probably better to dig it out carefully. That's a lot of cucumbers Red Riding Hood ate during this summer. Tomatoes are already ripe and ready to harvest. It's too bad they are no good for filling. An oven fork. Onion. Interesting thing, but useless right now. I don't know why the bugs were so prominent in the recording. I can't do anything here, so I'm gonna go back. Oh wait, cabbage. Can I use the fork on cabbage? No. Okay, vegetable garden. No, to the garden. Let's go to the barn. Wow. What's all this? Sackcloth sacks. Sackcloth sacks. I need some sort of container or bag. One empty sack is in the corner. Well, I'll take it. Alright, I got a sack. Shelved with spices. Sackcloth sacks. I got a sack, so let's just take it. Can I just put spices in it? The sacks are only for food, but not all sorts of food. Well, I could probably fill stuff. This is great. I'm loving this. The shed. There's a metal bucket. Man. Pitchfork. I got the pitchfork. Can I take the bucket? I'm taking everything. Took the ladder. Took the spade. I can't take the shelf. Alright, well, that's good. So let's... apple tree. Let me, use the ladder on the apple tree. One of the apple trees is especially tall, another one is short. The third apple tree is also short. Why is there so many options? Can we just do the tall one? A ladder on the tall apple tree. It is used like that only in the circus. I'm sorry, ladders are not used to climb up tall things only in the circus. I don't know what you're talking about. Hit the bug with the ladder. Okay, sure. I'll have to time it right. Can I guess I can't. Ladder, apple tree. Nope. Nope. Alright, well then let's go to the vegetable garden and see if we can dig this stuff up with the spade. No need for poking everything with the spade. Well, you don't have to dig up tomatoes. Can I put them in the sack? What the... What do I have to do? You can't use a fucking little red smart hood. Let me go back to house and ask Mother if she's got any more advice. Go to Mother. What do I need to get? What do I need to get? Use the spade on the cabbage, Mike. It's okay, sure. We're gonna have to get through this together. People are gonna have to fucking explain things to me. Alright. Can you remind me what I should bring? I'd like to bake pastries. Please bring me something to make the filling. Okay. No, I'm not abandoning quest. I will use... The grandma likes mushrooms, though. Are there mushrooms in the forest? Wait, a nice day to pick mushrooms, but where should I put them? I have the sack. I have a sack for the mushrooms. It's for grain. I have a bucket, too. I have a bucket also. To the garden. This is ridiculous. To the forest. I have a sack. I have a bucket. Alright, well. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the... Let me try to use the spade on the cabbages. There's no need for poking everything with a dusty old, dirty old spade. What the fuck? You laugh every time. I know, I can't help it. I can't help it. What is this? Just got here. It's Little Red Riding Hood, can't you tell? Alright. I feel like there's bugs flying all around me. Why can't I use the ladder? Apple tree. One of the apple trees is especially tall. There are not many apples, but they are large and tempting. Approach the apple tree. Oh, shit! Okay, there. There are not many apples on the branches of this whole tree, but the large and tempting. The thick trunk can be seen in the thick crown. The thick trunk can be seen in the thick crown. There's also some plant with wide leaves growing under the apple tree. Bucket. Wait, what? Ladder on trunk. Okay, it worked. The thick trunk can't be seen in the thick... What is that? What? What? The wooden ladder is standing nearby. Once Red Riding Hood climbed up the ladder, she saw a branch with ripe apples and a strong knot. There is some plants with wide leaves. Oh my god. Bucket, apples. You can't use the bucket like that. Sack, apples. The sacks are only for food, but not for all sorts of food. Oven fork, apples. Spade, apples. What do you do? Oven fork, plant, sack, plant, knot. A large branch. Just click the word apple. Apples. The apples are tasty. There's nothing to put the apples into. But yes, there is something you put the apples into. I have a bucket. You can't use... What do you mean I can't use the bucket like that? Use the sack with the plant. What do you mean? What do you mean? Doug, thank you for the sub. You... Spade plant. This is ridiculous. Spade knot. The bucket isn't suitable for food, you fool. Just click on the... You can't click on... And these are just pictures. You can't interact with the... Can't interact with the pictures. You just have to interact with the words. This is a book. Ladder. Trunk. Did I take the ladder back? I took the ladder back. Trunk. Then... I got the winged sandals. I got them! Pitchfork. Apples. A pitchfork is not a toy. Oven fork. Abandoned quest. Okay. Oh, man. But I don't have the ladder anymore. Did I just lose the ladder? I think I lost the ladder. I think it's gone. I'm upset. Check the shed again. Nope. I just don't have the ladder anymore. Okay. All right. What about the shorter tree? Okay, wait, hold on. Sack. Trunk. The ladder was taken by the circus. There's a basket for apples in the shed, Mike. All right. There's a long wooden shelf. You can't just take it. Check the shelf. Oh, shit! Lamp. Mirror. Basket. Yes! Sickle. Hell yes. Okay, all right. We're making progress. This is why you're here, guys. I need you for this. If we're gonna get these apple pies to Grandma, we gotta fucking do this shit. Tall tree. Approach the tree. Oh, wait, no, the ladder's still there. Okay, so let me try to use the basket on the apples. Does not work! Sickle. Apples. Shorter tree. Approach the tree. Basket. Trunk. Grass. Oh my god. Sickle. Grass. Wait, I cut the grass with the sickle. Now that the grass is cut, you can collect the fallen apples. Wait, you're gonna pick them up off the ground? You're not gonna... Okay. Doesn't seem to be smashed from falling. It's good that the apple tree is short. Achievement unlocked. Collect apples from the second apple tree. Great achievement name. Good achievement name. Let me get some apples from the big tree. Tall. Approach the apple tree. Sickle. Plants. Sickle. Plants. I think one leaf will do. Oh, I got a leaf? I guess. Alright, well, I'm gonna bring these back to the mom, and hopefully these will work. Go to mother. Here. I got basket with apples. I can't give them to her. Maybe, what do I have to tell her? Basket with apples. You just need to give it to mother. How? Basket with apples and mother? Give. Well done. You found the filling. Mother praised Red Riding Hood. Now bring me some cinnamon, please. I see. Mother is standing by the kitchen table. All right. Well, I know where the cinnamon is already. It's in the shed. I mean, it's in the barn. There it is. Shelves with spices. Check the shelves. Cinnamon. A warm, sweet smell is coming from the spices. Click on the cinnamon. Red Riding Hood quickly filled up her bag. I got the fucking cinnamon already. Speed run. Speed run! Go to mother. Give. Seasoning in bag. Good job. This is cinnamon. You can talk to your mother, and if there's something mother is asking, you found. Alright, next. Well done. Mother praised her daughter again. Now I can bake pastries. Quest complete. Quest complete. Flight of the Bumblebees? Okay. This year's apple harvest was immense, so choosing a filling was an easy decision to make. Her mother took the largest container she had and made dough with it. Is this baking music? Then she peeled and chopped a bunch of apples with Red Riding Hood. They shaped lots of pastries and baked them for 2 days. Finally, when everything was ready, it was time to decide who would carry them. I mean, it's not like I carry them, right? Her mother said, why don't you, my little Red Riding Hood, go visit your granny, bring her the pastries and a pot of butter, and find out how she is. Okay, Mom, replied Red Riding Hood. They just have a huge mounted deer head. They took a large basket and filled it with pastries. Red Riding Hood grabbed the heavy presents and dragged herself toward the exit. Her mother saw that the load was too heavy for her and for her daughter and said, it looks like the basket is too heavy. Maybe we should lighten the weight. I can do this. Red Riding Hood slowly dragged the heavy basket down the road. I think that this game has a zillion endings. That was one of the features on the Steam page. So, we might have to check a bunch of them. Dragged the heavy basket down the road, and she did not see birds, bees, clouds, or the sun. No, guys, it is a hood. It's a smart hood. Get it fucking right. She didn't care about the weather. Tension made her break into a sweat when suddenly she met the wolf. We're just jumping right into that. She almost bumped into the wolf because she was concentrating on her load. When she stopped, she immediately released the basket. We gotta drop the load! Bang! The basket fell to the ground like a boulder. The wolf gazed with astonishment at the sweaty, puffing girl who was red like a beetroot! Norix, thank you for the sub! Hello, child. What is your name and where are you going? After recovering her breath, she replied, "My name is Red Riding Hood. I'm going to see my grandmother and bring her presents." The wolf could not help but ask, "Why did you take so much if you could hardly walk?" "I guess I miscalculated my strength. Maybe you can eat a few pastries," asked Red Riding Hood with hope in her voice. "No," the wolf scrunched up his muzzle after sniffing the pastries. "I can't eat that." "Too bad," sighed the little girl. "By the way, where does your grandma live?" The wolf had nearly forgotten to ask. Real smooth, dude. "Here, by the edge of the forest, not so far." With an abrupt spurt, she lifted the basket off the ground and dragged herself further while grumbling something, and the wolf ran to the grandmother's house. Wolf chose the short road to... That's the only option I have. The wolf ran on the short road. While running through the forest, the predator spotted the woodcutters. Is this like a thing? Okay. Do not take the risk and go around. Wait, am I playing as the wolf now? I think I'm playing as the wolf now. What is this music? It sounds like Pikmin music! I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna take the risk. Oh! Oh no! The music, I can't fucking breathe. The wolf did not want to pass around them. He hoped to slip through fast, but failed. One of the men saw him. Yellow Swerve, thank you for the sub. Guys, look, a wolf. Guys, look, a wolf, he cried. Everybody looked in the direction that the woodcutter was pointing. Indeed, answered another woodcutter. Take him, lads! Wait, is he not dead? He's like doing like a fucking Matrix jump. The woodcutters began chasing the gray predator. The wolf realized he had been spotted and ran with all his strength. Suddenly, the wolf noticed that an axe pierced the tree beside him with a clanging sound. It was his pursuers. They saw the wolf was getting away and began to throw axes like tomahawks, but everyone missed the target. If the wolf was a man, he would probably mentally thank God for his escape. But because he was a beast, he just hid under the bush. What is that? What does that add to this? If he was a fish, he probably wouldn't be alive because there's no fucking water. What? I don't get it. A few hours later, Red Riding Hood could hardly move her feet as she approached her grandmother's house. Pulling all of her remaining strength together, she climbed the porch and almost hung upon the door. "Who is it?" asked the old lady in a weak voice. "It's your granddaughter," answered exhausted Red Riding Hood. "Open up," she breathed out, hoping that her grandmother would let her in. Together, they could pull the basket into the house. But the old lady said, "Pull the string, my dear, and the door will open." Nobody knows what Red Riding Hood thought at that moment because she was too young. What? What does that mean? The girl finally went home to sleep after leaving the basket and the pot of butter. There was a pot of butter? What? And listening to a 3-hour health report from her grandma. Her grandma was eating pastries with butter, and the wolf fell asleep after the stress. Ending. Deserved rest. You're telling it wrong. I don't have to do all that again, do I? Oh wait, hold on. Can I just do hold on. No, I think you can with apples. Okay, so you can, like, it lets you resume. Okay. I gotcha. This year's apple harvest was immense, so choosing a filling was an easy decision to make. Her mother took the largest container she had and made dough with it. Then she peeled and chopped a bunch of apples with Red Riding Hood. They shaped lots of pastries. I read that already. Alright, what should we do different? Proto, thank you for the sub. Should I have Mother do it this time, or should I continue down this path? Because there were other choices we could have made. I bet if we used different filling, too, it would have been different. Have Mother do it. The mother said, "Red Riding Hood, why don't you go to your grandmother, bring her the pastries and a pot of butter, and find out how she is?" Red Riding Hood did not respond. She was sleeping like a dog among the pastries, so no one could wake her up. She just looks like she fucking just found a bargain bin at Costco. So the mother lifted the wicker basket with the pastries and went herself. The day was warm and quiet, with the sun hiding in and out behind floating clouds. In spite of her burden, the mother moved pretty fast. She wanted to deliver the pastries as soon as possible and return home to rest. The woman did not realize the wolf had already spotted her tracks and was following her, asserting his chances and planning a strategy. Her attention was drawn to the hammering of axes. The basket was heavy and the distance was long. She decided to treat the workers to some pastries to lighten her load. No way! Look at his pants! The fucking lads are finally here! Oh, they came! Just as much as they did last year. Every year the lads come, and their harvest is bountiful. She turned off... What is this song? She turned off the road and went to where the sound came from. Soon, she could see the silhouettes of men amongst the trees. When they saw the woman approaching, they stopped chopping, and one of them went to meet her. He took her basket and offered her a large stump from freshly cut oak to rest on. After recovering her breath, she said, "Good evening, woodcutters. You've got a hard job that requires a lot of strength. Here, refresh yourself with pastries." The woman removed the tea towel from the basket and said in a louder voice, "Please help yourself, the pastries are fresh." The mother was a good cook, young and attractive. One man noticed. He watched her with an interest while eating. I don't know if I like where this is going. I'm going to put up... Hold on. This is on Steam, right? This isn't a meat and fuck game, is it? Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. Before I click to advance, I'm going to turn the screen off. Okay. We're still in the clear. Still in the clear. When the woman prepared to leave, he gently but resolutely said, "Let me accompany you. I can carry the heavy basket, and there are wolves in the forest." Okay, I'm gonna click the next. Oh, fuck. I think GPM played this and there was nothing bad. Okay. I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna accept. Oh, really? Exclaimed the tired woman. Thank you very much. Look, uh-oh, he's gonna get... Look at his cowboy boots! What are his fucking boots? The other woodcutters looked at one another and they smiled and went back to work. The mother and the woodcutter marched on together. Along the way, they talked about different things they liked, and they liked each other. As they talked, they did not notice that they had reached the grandmother's house. The woodcutter strolled back to the forest after he made... What a nice guy. He just wanted to escort her and talk to her, and he's like, just gonna... What a nice dude! Guys, we were wrong to judge this guy, honestly. You know, he turned out to be alright. Good end. He made sure the woman entered the house and shut the door. The whole time, the wolf kept them in his sight and hoped that luck would let him have someone for supper. The woodcutter was making him nervous, but the wolf felt more confident. When he left, he began to wait for his prey to emerge. Why does the wolf have a person's face? Don't worry about the eye. I bet that they took like a default Unity model and they put a wolf over it or something, because those are people eyes. A few hours of waiting caused the predator to become irritated, but by sunset he was furious. All of a sudden a sound crackled nearby. The wolf became alert. The woodcutter was coming out of the bushes. How could the wolf know that the mother and the woodcutter agreed to meet in the evening? Oh no. The wolf could not hold back his tears while he was returning to the woods to look for another meal. The woodcutter escorted the mother to her home, where he became acquainted with her daughter, Red Riding Hood. They were married soon. Again, I doubted him again! I'm sorry, woodcutter, with the cowboy boots. I'm sorry. Every time I keep doubting this dude, and he's like a great man. He's just a great guy. He's just a great guy. Hatchet in one hand, get you a man that can do both. Get you a man that can do all three. Basket, hatchet, cowboy boots. Ending. Happy ending. I like this story, the girl yawned. Finally, her brother thought. A little bit more, and then she'll fall asleep. Okay. Ross5TY, thank you for the sub. Okay. Should I get a different filling this time? Would that do anything? There has to be a reason that you could get different fillings. New filling? Should I get a different filling? Wait, who did he marry? They didn't specify? Try getting the mushrooms in the basket. Okay, alright, we'll try that. Alright. Let me, go to mother. I think I have to talk to her first. I don't know. Okay, let me go try to get the mushrooms, because that's what the mom wanted. Okay, I'll go. At least we know how to do this now. You go to the garden, go to the shed. He's back. He's back. Shelf. Check the shelf. Get the basket. Get the sickle. Apparently this game, how many endings does this have? Does anyone know, out of curiosity? Because I think it was in, like, the high 60s. From what I remember on the Steam page. Okay, so the forest. Go pick mushrooms. We didn't even get to this screen last time? 88? There's 88 endings? What a large mushroom. One more large mushroom. I guess I just didn't see the click on the mushrooms thing last time. There's 88 endings. Okay, so we're going to be here a while. I don't know if I'll get them all, but we're going to definitely take as many routes as you guys want. Achievement unlocked. They drew that in MS Paint. Okay. Now basket is filled with mushrooms. Okay. Let's go back to the house. Actually, I'm probably gonna need the cinnamon, so I'll go grab that first. Barn, sack, shelves with spices. Check the shelves. Cinnamon. I can't take this with my hands. I need some sort of a sack. Maybe I have to talk to the mom first. Hold on. Let's just go to the house. Talk to mother. Give her the basket with mushrooms. Mushrooms go well with sour cream. Take a pot and bring me some, please. Oh, shit. Okay. I wonder if I had clicked let mother get the things, I wouldn't have to do this stupid quest. Mother is standing by the kitchen table. So where was the sour cream? Was it in the shed? Metal bucket. Shelf. Check the shelf. Lamp. Mirror. Pot. Oh, a pot for the sour cream. Where is the sour cream? Ladder. I don't know. I'll take the ladder. Take the spade. I don't know where the sour cream would be. To the barn? Maybe? Shelves with spices. Check the shelves. White seeds. I mean, is there like a mixture I have to make? I don't know. Help. 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 Oh, no. Pot, you dum-dum. On what? Check the cellar in your house. Did she say that there was a cellar in the house? Hatch. Food is probably stored there. You can't go down there. It's too high. Oh, okay. Ladder, hatch. Go to the cellar. Okay. It's too dark in here. Oh, that's what you need the lantern for. Go to the garden. Go to the shed. Shelf. Check the shelf. Lamp. Why can't I take the lamp? Bucket, lamp. Spade, lamp. Sack, lamp. Why can't I put the lamp? What? I don't know why I can't pick up the lamp. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. To the house. Check the mirror. Why check the mirror? Check the I'll read the mirror. Check the shelf. Mirror. Suddenly sounded a dry cough, and the girl heard, "If you want to live, stay away from peat bogs. I mean from the coniferous forest. Some nonsense," thought the girl, and put the mirror back. Okay. I don't know how to get... I don't know how to get into the... Is there anything else? Stove? To the cellar. You have to go back. There's a lamp right here. Go up to mother. Talk. Why does Granny live in the forest? I don't know. I don't know. There's something else. Can you remind me what I should bring? Mushrooms are especially delicious with sour cream. Huh. Check the dresser again. Pot for the sour cream. No. I just want to go back. I'll go. Okay. Look through the house. Dresser. Open the dresser. Slipper. Knife. Rope. Candle. There we go. Candle. Good shit. Hatch. Go to the cellar. Candle. Fireplace. Stove. Lit it. Cellar. There we go. What is that? Is that a brain? Can with sour cream. Bucket for sour cream. Okay. Got it. Go up. Go to mother. Pot with sour cream. Give it to her. Next. Well done, mother praised her daughter. Now I can bake pastries. Okay, alright, there we go, finally. Why don't you, my little Red Riding Hood? Okay. Should I go myself? I'll go myself this time. It looks like a scared oven. I'm gonna go bring it myself. Mother took the pastries and put them... She hadn't had... Wait, this is new. Mother took the mushroom pastries and left. Oh, wait, Mother's going. Never mind. I meant to click on the... I meant to click on Riding Hood. Alright, well, now we can see what happens with the mother if she brings mushrooms, I guess. And this is different, so... After a few hours on fresh air, Mother remembered that she hadn't had anything for breakfast that day. Eat one pastry. Why don't I eat one pastry, she thought. I need to try them out anyways. This art is amazing. After eating it with pleasure, Mother pointed out to herself that her baked goods were a great success. What type of mushrooms did we put in this? Leisurely continuing on her way, Mother enjoyed the bright sun, warm wind, and green foliage. At the same time, one peculiar detail attracted her attention. Oh no! She started to see more and more mushrooms along the road. With every step, she saw even more. Some of them were growing larger before her eyes. Their stems were getting thicker like tree trunks, and their huge caps were soon covering half the sky. Mother managed to pull herself together despite the growing horror, but kept on walking. I need a second. I need a fucking second. I need a second. I need a second. Noble, thank you for the sub. No, they're covering up their dicks. If they were gonna show the dicks, I don't think they'd be covering them up. Suddenly, a group of woodcutters came out from the forest. Somehow, without a stitch of clothing on, they surrounded one gigantic mushroom like ants and began chopping it down. For some time, she bashfully cast glances at them, but when chopped giant mushrooms began to fall right on her road near her, Mother uttered a loud scream and ran like hell. The monstrous mushrooms were left behind, but with her peripheral vision, Mother spotted something gray and hairy moving in the bushes to her left and right. Icy terror locked her heart, and her... I can't believe what just happened! And her lead-like legs were hard to command. Fighting fatigue, the woman kept up her speed until she threw her pursuers off. Meanwhile, an old lady woke up in her house by the forest edge and tried to collect her thoughts while lying in bed. Suddenly, this is making me anxious. Suddenly, a strange noise reached her ears. It was frightening for her to find what it was scratching at the claws on the door. Senker, thank you for the sub. Who is it? She asked in a trembling voice. She heard in response. For a moment, everything was silent, and then the creature pulled the string. When the old woman saw the door opening, half conscious, she dug in, deep under the blanket. In the doorway stood Mother. She growled, left the pastries and butter, giggled a bit, dropped down on all fours, and went away. That's scary! It's unknown how much time Granny hid under the blanket, but when she rustled up her courage to look out from under the covers, there was nobody in the room. Only a basket with pastries and a pot of butter were left on the floor. It was exactly what she needed, because after such a disturbing experience, she was very hungry. Ending, fear has big eyes. I cannot believe those naked woodcutters! No way, you're making it all up. Tell it the right way. Alright. Let's see what happens if we just do that. Oh, skip the quest! All fillings will be unlocked automatically. Fucking Jesus! Finally! Okay, so what do? We have to... this is a choose-your-own-adventure book. What do we go with? Mushrooms... we should do mushrooms... Hold on, we can do mushrooms again. Let me do mushrooms again, but have Little Red Riding Hood be the one who brings it. Okay, okay, Mom. No, hold on, guys, we got plenty of time. Red Riding Hood was an obedient child. She took the pastries with mushrooms and went on her way. The sun's bright and warm rays, finding their way through the foliage, were giving birth to hundreds of sunlight spots. Birdies were tweeting, butterflies flitting. Red Riding Hood was running skippedly along the path in a cheerful mood, but because of her bad luck in waking up later than usual, she had not had breakfast that day. And because of being outside in the fresh air, she felt hungry. Oh no. I've got plenty of them. If I take one, no one will know. Red Riding Hood ate one pastry, and it was delicious. Soon afterwards, she felt that the sun was not just making the air warm, but incandescent. No wonder, thought the little girl. It's so large, covering half the sky. She tilted her head to wipe sweat off her forehead, but unintentionally screamed and stood still. A precipice yawned to her left and right. Deep down on both sides, green trees seemed like toys at that distance, Red Riding Hood herself stood on the narrow path and could fall into the abyss at any moment. She hung the basket on her shoulder, stretched her arms apart, and carefully started to move forward, like she was balancing on a tightrope. For a few minutes, Wolf was watching her from the bushes. Meanwhile, Red Riding Hood found herself in front of a large lake. She was a good swimmer, so she jumped into the water to cross it without delay. Perplexed Wolf observed the way the little girl was rolling on the dusty road with a basket on her back. Oh, Wolf had never seen anything like that. He was about to leave this strange sight, but his stomach began its loud rumbling, and the beast plucked up courage to act. He stepped on the trail in front of Red Riding Hood. Right at that moment, she reached the opposite shore and tried to wring out her wet clothing. Wolf was about to open his trap and start a conversation when the girl spotted him. This isn't a real game. This can't be real. This isn't real. This is a dream. I'm dreaming. This song is like 10 seconds long. Oh, what a cute doggy, she exclaimed. As she ran up to the predator, tussled his ears, and after she's high as fuck, tried to mount him, saying, "Give me a lift to my granny, will ya?" That was too much for him. Shocked, Wolf broke away from the girl's hands, and while he was running away into the forest, thought how crazy children were nowadays. Dog TV, thank you for the sub. Feeling regrets that the doggy got away, Red Riding Hood kept walking. Now it seemed to her that the road was now like a swing, swaying from one side to another. That's why she moved in a zigzag manner, swinging her basket about haphazardly, and didn't notice a few fallen pastries on the ground. In spite of difficulties that were constantly arising on her way, Red Riding Hood eventually reached her grandmother's. Steak, thank you for the sub. Who is it? Oh, and also, Nay, thank you. Who is it? Asked the old lady with a weak voice. It's me, Hood, Red Riding. Pull the string, my dear, and the door will open. Which one exactly? Specified the girl, seeing a bunch of strings. The question made the old lady hang up. Red Riding Hood, however, kept her head and tried every string until she found the right one. Once Red Riding Hood entered the house, she put the butter pot on the table and gave the basket to Granny. Oh, for some reason, she took it with her teeth. The sight made the little girl giggle, and after that, she withdrew, still snickering. The old woman was surprised by her granddaughter's odd behavior, but the taste of pastries that appeared to be made with her favorite filling made her forget about everything. Meanwhile, the wolf was suffering from hunger and reproaching himself that he gave way to emotions and lost an easy prey. He made up his mind to return to the spot he met Red Riding Hood and try to sniff her out. Following the trail, the predator soon stumbled upon some dropped pastries. We're gonna do it. It doesn't even loop! It just fades out! Wolf was so hungry, so he ate the pastries, in spite of the lack of meat in them. After refreshing his inner man, the beast jog-trotted further. Of course, he met Red Riding Hood, who was going back home. She spotted Wolf and exclaimed, "Hello, doggy. Hi, doggy. Please don't run away. Give me a lift home." "Get on my back," gladly answered Wolf. "Just hold on tight." Meanwhile, Mother went out to the porch to see if her daughter was coming home. At that moment, Red Riding Hood was approaching home, riding Wolf. At the sight of this, Mother fainted. Wolf came up to the woman, sniffed around her, and licked her nose. Mother opened her eyes and screamed shrilly upon seeing Wolf's bent muzzle so close to her face. Escaping from the unpleasant sound, Wolf quickly fled into the woods. Red Riding Hood was about to run after the doggy, but Mother abruptly grabbed her hand and dragged her inside the house. Ending. Tamed Wolf. You know, this kind of reminds me of this artwork. Kind of looks like this. Can I find it? It's kind of the same picture. Just with a different hand in the air. Wait a minute. That isn't possible, the sister laughed. Activate quest? What does that mean? Now you can play the quests again. Oh shit, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, so that just turns this back off. Alright, what do we go with now? What are we going with? Fish, meat, apples, cabbage. There's probably more routes we can take with the mushrooms. Fish. I'm seeing most people say fish. No, the first people I saw said fish, so we're gonna do fit. Mother checked the box room, went down the cellar, and found the last salt hunchback salmon from the last year's stock. It lies here for a long time, she thought. In my cellar, it can stay preserved for years. She grabbed the salmon and climbed up. She thoroughly extracted all bones from the fish and began shaping pastries because the dough had already risen. Mother baked pastries and says to her daughter, "Why don't you, my little Red Riding Hood, go visit your granny?" Okay, who's going, mom or daughter? Who's going? You decide. Mom, daughter, daughter, mom, 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 daughter, daughter, mom. Ugh. I'm just gonna go with mom because I'm seeing more moms. Red Riding Hood was an obedient... Oh, well, I did the wrong one again, so... Whatever. We'll do the mom again. We'll do, like, each one. Red Riding Hood was an obedient child. She took the fish pastries and went away. Bright and warm sun rays finding its way through the foliage. We're giving birth to hundreds of sunspots. Red Riding Hood was skipping happily along the path because she was in a cheerful mood. But for a bit of bad luck, she had not had breakfast that day. Eat one pastries, eat a few pastries, or eat no pastries. There has to be a reason. Like, these branching paths are fucking blowing my mind. A few. Let's eat a few. Red Riding Hood was walking along the path without noticing that she ate a few pastries one by one. Soon she felt worse. She felt giddy and sick. Spasms started in her stomach. Red Riding Hood dumped her belongings and by hectic short rushes reached home. In the same instance, Wolf found the basket under the bush and, of course, ate everything that remained. Now the same fate was in store for him as for Red Riding Hood. Ending. You don't get rid of good stuff. Okay, well, why don't we not eat the pastries then? Let's try going with fish. Because that was a short one. Okay, Mom. Then we'll eat no pastries. Red Riding Hood was ashamed of eating grandmother's pastries and moved along. But I didn't. Suddenly, Wolf came out of the bushes on the trail. He wanted to eat the girl immediately, but first, the sly Boots decided to find out who she was and where she was going. "Hello, girl," said the wolf. He was feeling his full supremacy. "How do you do, sir?" asked Red Riding Hood. She looked at her interlocutor, I don't know that word, with curiosity. "What is your name and where are you going all alone?" continued the wolf. He stressed the word alone. "My name is Red Riding Hood. I'm going to visit my granny and bring her some pastries and a pot of butter." "My name is Wolf. Where does your grandma live?" "You should go straight down this path to the edge of the forest. There will be my granny's house." Wolf also wanted to know what stuffing was inside the pastries, but the wind altered its direction and he smelled fish. He swallowed saliva and said, "Red Riding Hood, please, let me taste one pastry." I'll give him one. Oh, that's a little dangerous. Red Riding Hood took one pastry from the basket and put it right into Wolf's open mouth. After Wolf chewed it with pleasure, he expressed his thanks and went off. Red Riding Hood came to Granny, left her the whole basket of pastries and went away. Wolf has been sitting in the bushes, and Granny was the last person he cared about. Great. No, that's not how it goes. Okay. Alright, okay. I don't think we're gonna get better than the naked people. I don't think we're gonna get better than that. Kids, thank you for the sub. We're not gonna get better than that. Alright, what should we do? Fish? Again? Should we go with fish and not give him the... I don't know. The naked... Yeah, if you weren't here earlier, we fucking... One of the pastries had mushrooms in it, and the mom ate them, and then she got really high, and she went through the forest, and she saw a bunch of naked woodcutters, and it was really funny. Alright. Let's do fish, and we'll go with the mom, because I didn't do that yet, and I said I would. Okay. You better bring it yourself, because I don't feel well. Mother left her daughter to... Oh my god. Look at that fucking face! What would you do if you woke up in the middle of the night and she was sleeping right next to you? Jesus Christ. Mother left her daughter to sleep and started to prepare to set out on her journey to give to Granny's house. The pastries themselves lured Red Riding Hood. Very much. Do not take a pastry. Soon, Mother appeared in the room. Already dressed up for the trip, she took the pastries, kissed her daughter, and left the house. The weather was marvelous. Spring sun was warming up the air. The birds were twitting. Snow still remained somewhere in the forest, but the path was already free from the winter cover, and the woman slowly marched over soft but no boggy ground. The walk was long, and after a few hours of fresh air, the woman felt that the smells of the forest were mixing with the smells of the warm pastries with hunchback salmon. Of still warm pastries with hunchback salmon. Don't eat a pastry. There was a loud rumbling in her stomach, but the woman firmly decided, all the contents are for Granny only, and kept on going. As always, Hungry Wolf was roaming around for the whole week. He had nothing for dinner. Suddenly, the wind carried a smell of fish from the trail. The woman liked meat much more. I don't know why I'm having trouble reading this all of a sudden. Wolf liked meat much more, but now he was prepared even to graze, taking in scent from the air. Wolf cautiously prowled to the trail, and his heart joyfully began to beat, expecting double prey. His first intention was to attack the poor woman immediately, but life in the forest made him cautious, so the beast didn't hurry, sliding slowly after his victim. Moreover, she could lead him to an even larger prey. Saliva was dripping off of his fangs, and his stomach was monotonously whining. Ask for pastries. Keep waiting. Snatch those pastries immediately. I'm doing that. Why is he so huge? Wolf could not restrain himself any longer. By a single jump, he overcame the distance between him and the woman, grabbed her basket, and galloped into the forest. Mother was still standing on the road, holding a pot of butter. It took the wolf a few seconds to empty the basket, but retribution was imminent. Sitting under the bush, suffering from diarrhea and disappointment, Wolf was cursing muddle-headed housewives. Today, he won't harm anyone. Ending. Poor cook. Okay. The girl laughed. You're making it even more interesting. I'm glad. Sleep now. Please, please, one more story. Okay. That fucking thinking face. I can't get over that. Let's go with meat. Let's go with meat. But even, we're like missing so much shit because we're not, like, there's so many paths we haven't taken. Mother checked the box room, went down to the cellar, and found the last salt hunchback salmon from last year's stock. I better take a piece of meat. It looks much better. The meat was frozen, so she had to thaw it out first. Later, it was finely cut and fried with an onion on the pan. When filling was cool enough, she got down, the pastries started shaping. While the pastries were in the stove, it was already late. The mother decided to visit Granny tomorrow. In the early morning, Mother woke Red Riding Hood and said to her, alright, Red Riding Hood's gonna go first. While Red Riding Hood prepared this looks like one of those old CG Barbie movies from the, like, early 2000s. You know what I'm talking about? While Red Riding Hood prepared the presents, it started to rain. The girl looked outside. Large drops were hammering away on the roof, and puddles began to appear on the road. The girl began to ponder whether she should go now or wait the rain out. Don't wait. Red Riding Hood strolled sluggishly along the wet, slippery trail, grinding gray mud with her wooden shoes. Rain was coming down, making her dress wet. Suddenly a wolf appeared in front of her. Red Riding Hood stopped dead, waiting what is going to happen next. The predator, being deep inside his thoughts, also was taken aback, but after a brief looking around and sniffing the air, figured out that the girl most likely was there alone. Hello, little girl, said Wolf, growing bolder. What is your name and where are you going? My name is Red Riding Hood. I'm going to visit my granny and bring her pastries with meat. When Wolf heard the word meat, he livened up. My sweetheart girl, would you let me taste one? I feel like if I give him no pastry, he's gonna fucking attack me. This is a standoff. No, I'm not gonna give him any. No. Yes, most people are saying yes. Alright, I'll give him one. Red Riding Hood glanced at Wolf. Water was dripping down from his wet fur. His paws and lean belly were covered in mud. She felt sorry for him and took out a couple of pastries and put them on the rock nearby the trail and continued on her way. Thank you, little girl. Wolf thanked her and began to eat the food with delight. After some time passed, Red Riding Hood approached grandmother's house and knocked on the door. Who is it? Asked the old lady with a weak voice. It's me, Hood, Red Riding Hood. Pull the string, my dear, and the door will open. Grandmother was glad to see her visitor. They hugged each other, and then they sat down with tea and pastries and butter. The old lady asked, Did you have trouble on the road, granddaughter? Is everything all right? What does this have to do with anything? Do not tell about meeting the wolf. Is this the sort of thing you keep from an old lady? This is a strange choice. I don't understand. Tell, lie, no snitching, don't snitch. Why is this snitching? I'm gonna tell her. Red Riding Hood told about meeting the wolf. Then grandmother said, "You are still young, but apparently it's time to grow up." There are too many threats around. After Granny said that, she took a shotgun out of the closet. It belonged to your grandfather. Take it. The granny explained how to load and fire. Fortunately, this information was still intact in her sentient brain. I'm just imagining all the funny shit we've missed by not picking certain options. Wolf forgot to ask Red Riding Hood where her granny lived, so he had to track her. He finally saw the hut. Sniffing the air, he smiled that the girl was still there and pondered whether to spare her or not. Well, now I'm making the choice for the wolf. I'm gonna go for eat them both. And then I'm sure... if I go to eat them both, Red Riding Hood will try to shoot him. Let's do it. The predator knocked on the door. She looks like one of the girls that wouldn't let you sit with her in high school. What are you doing? This is the hat table. Smart hoods. If you're not wearing a smart hood, you can't sit with us. Predator knocked on the door. Who is it? It's your granddaughter, Red Riding Hood. But Red Riding Hood is already here, says the old lady. Is this Ring Around the Rosie? It sounds like... It sounded like it at first. Either way, then I'm Red Riding Hood's mother. Ah, you should have said so. Pulled the string and the door will open. Red Riding Hood just opened her mouth with astonishment as Wolf broke into the house. Being startled, girl lingered for a second, but pulled herself together, aimed the shotgun at Wolf, and pulled the trigger. She missed the target, but the beast didn't expect such a repulse, and leapt out of the doorway with a yelp of a beaten puppy. That's not nice. And fled into the thicket of the forest, ending, be prepared. that a Beauty and the Beast reference? No, that's not how it goes, said the surprised girl. Next. At least he didn't die. This game is genius. It's great. Be prepared as Lion King. Why did I say Beauty and the Beast? What do they say in Beauty and the Beast when they're kill the beast? Yeah, that's... Never mind. My bad. This time, don't snitch. I feel like nothing interesting will happen if I don't snitch. I already did the mushrooms. Try cabbage. Sure, let's try the cabbage. Mother came up with a large crate filled with lifted bagging. I also didn't try, There's so many things I haven't tried, man. Alright, cabbage. Let's have Riding Hood bring the cabbage. Red Riding Hood slowly strolled along the trail. The weather was great. In fact, it was beyond great. The sun's rays made the air burning hot, and the birds and animals were hiding somewhere out of the heat. The girl also wanted to take a rest in the shade, as she was walking for a long time, through the sweltering forest. Uh-oh. Should we turn off the trail? There's that bug again. There's that fucking bug again. I'm turning off the trail. I'm going into the woods. Red Riding Hood turned off the trail, and when she spotted a branchy spruce, headed right to it. She made herself comfortable under the thick crown and ate a pastry with cabbage, and then leaned against the wide trunk. Red Riding Hood enjoyed the quiet and coolness of her shelter, and didn't notice when she fell into a doze. She never had such a wonderful sleep. Holy shit. She woke up at night because her entire body became numb. Being half awake... What? That sounds like Tom's fucking scream from Tom and Jerry! It does! It sounds just like it! She woke up at night because her entire body became numb. Being half awake, the girl could not immediately orientate herself as to where she was and what was going on. But little by little, she reconstructed via memory her last events, and it became clear that she laid under the tree until it became dark. Really, good job. Good fucking observation there. She looked around trying to find the trail when she suddenly felt her heart skip a beat. In thickening shadows, one could hardly discern anything. The girl had no idea where to go. Oh, fuck. Do we go into the woods at night? I say we go. I say we go. No wait until dawn. We're going. The very thought itself that she'll have to go home at night alone through the forest made her insides grow cold. But staying under the tree was even scarier, and she decided to go at random. She walked on, but the trail would not appear. Red Riding Hood intently looked into the darkness, and when she heard even a slight rustle, she rapidly looked around, but kept walking. That noise needs to stop! Soon, she had to admit that she finally got lost. Fright tortured her heart. She looked up at the sky. It was coal black, with not a single star. All of a sudden, a branch crackled behind her back. She rapidly turned around and turned pale from horror. 2 blue lights glowed inside the bushes. Her heart beat like mad. Her palms perspirated, and both her knees started knocking. She felt like someone was screaming, "Run! Run!" inside her head, but her legs refused to obey. She stiffened, waiting for what happens next. A creature came out of the bushes without haste. Red Riding Hood could only make out a large dark silhouette, but suddenly the moon shone up from behind the clouds, and its light revealed an enormous black wolf. She mentally said goodbye to her life. That's good. I like that. That's good wordplay. That's good. Unexpectedly, Wolf softly pronounced, Hello, girl. Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you. You'd better tell me why you're alone in the forest at night. Pulling herself together, Red Riding Hood said, I got lost. I can help you, said Wolf, looking at Red Riding Hood. He glanced down. His look stopped at the basket. Do you have something to eat? Asked Wolf, bending his head on one side and looking right into the girl's eyes. After hearing these words, Red Riding Hood nearly fainted because she knew wolves don't eat cabbage. Nevertheless, being kind and generous, she automatically put the basket on the ground, stepped aside, and whispered, Only this. To her astonishment, Wolf ate everything with gusto. Afterward, he thanked her for the food and asked her to follow him to help with some business. Oh no. I think we gotta follow him. We gotta follow him, right? We have to. Wolf led Red Riding Hood into his den. She was astonished to find it was a wicker hut. There was a massive table, a cupboard with books and lots of shelves, with bottles and boxes on them. Of course, everything was covered with a thick layer of dust. Being puzzled and intrigued, the girl asked how she could help. Somehow, she wasn't afraid of this wild beast anymore. There's a big brown book on the lower shelf in the cupboard. Take it, started Wolf. No, open to the last page. There's a recipe. Please, make the potion according to it. All the ingredients you can find are on the shelves. The recipe seemed strange to Red Riding Hood. 25 drops of hair growth inhibitor lotion. 10 drops of valerian. 11 drops of flea killer. 9 elderberries, 1 aspirin tablet, 50 grams of wine. Do you measure wine in grams? 7 drops of mouthwash, 1 drop of young girl's blood. Also, there was a postscript. Be strict about the dosage. After studying the recipe, she got down to business. She found all the required components and began to measure out the necessary amounts. But after counting out 25 drops of lotion, the girl lost her count. Ooh. Oh no. New? Make new? New. Most people are saying new. In spite of the fact that the girl was young, she was very responsible and honest. She poured the bad mixture out, washed the bowl clean, and this time measured every dosage component extra carefully. Wolf lapped everything up and licked the bowl spotless. The beast thanked Red Riding Hood, led her to the path, and even escorted her to the house. In the end, he asked her name and ran away. Red Riding Hood changed her mind about visiting Granny because she had no pastries and was too tired because of everything she had been through. 7 years have passed. One fine day, a stallion from across the ocean stopped by the house of Red Riding Hood and her mother. A divinely handsome prince, who was the enchanted wolf, by the way, dismounted. He asked Red Riding Hood for something to eat to break the ice. A meal was offered to him and his stallion. By the time Red Riding Hood had turned into a beautiful lass. By this time, Red Riding Hood had turned into a beautiful lass. While the prince was drinking tea, Red Riding Hood looked at him with curiosity. Something seemed very familiar about him. All of a sudden, the prince looked right into her eyes and said, "Marry me." The prince's eyes were bright blue. Now Red Riding Hood remembered where she saw those eyes. They soon married and lived happily ever after. Ending, miraculous outcome. I want to see what happens if we feed him the wrong potion. I want to see what happens if we feed him the... We have to do that again, but I want to not fix the potion. I need to do that again. I want to fuck up the recipe. Go off the trail. Turn off the trail. Go at random. Morrowind tonight? No Morrowind tonight. Simpsons Hit and Run is after this. Okay, follow him. Alright, let's see. Give as it is. Alright, here's what happens if you fuck up the potion. Mother, is he going to turn into a raccoon? That's what the achievement picture is. Mother, Red Riding Hood, and grandmother kept living in the forest. Wolf, after he drank the potion, turned into a raccoon. It was clearly written to follow the dosage strictly. We have to admit, it served him right, because upon meeting such a nice animal, girls didn't run away in horror as they used to, but gladly spoke to him. Soon, the former wolf recommended attempts with an antidote and asked one pretty traveler for help. This time, he personally watched the mixing potions, and when he made sure there was no mistake, he drank the potion. Now, instead of a fluffy animal, he was a young, handsome man in front of the girl, who just so happened to be a prince, by the way. He was a young, handsome man in front of the girl who just happened... Or I guess that makes sense. Without thinking twice, the youngsters got married and lived happily ever after, ending so the same thing happens, it's just with a different girl? Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. If you pick meat and don't snitch, then eat both with the wolf, then they don't have the shotgun ready. That might be interesting. Hold on. Wait, that's a good idea. They won't have the shotgun ready. Don't wait till the rain stops. Give wolf one pastry. Don't tell about the wolf. Red Riding Hood did not want to bother the old lady for no reason and replied, "Fine as usual, just got chilled a bit." "That's okay, take my shawl, muffle up and get warm." The girl wrapped herself in the shawl and grandmother added some hot water into the girl's cup. They serenely continued to drink tea and chatter. "Can't you get high with the mushrooms?" "Yeah, we did that already, but there's probably more to see there." Wolf forgot to ask Red Riding Hood where her granny lived, so he had to track her. He finally saw the hut. Sniffing the air, he smelled the girl was still there and pondered whether or not to spare her. Eat them both. They have the gun now! Well, maybe she doesn't know how to use it? The predator acted fast and confidently. The old lady could only struggle for breath. Look at her! Dual wield! The old lady could only struggle for breath, and the girl screwed up her eyes with fear. They couldn't protect themselves, and the wolf ate them, ending in gratitude. What a frightful story, the girl whispered. Mother never told me that. That's a nice painting. Now I won't sleep for sure. Okay. We haven't tried, any pies with apples, have we? Let's try apples. Oh, wait, yes, we have. Apples was the first thing we did. Let's see. Hold on. Let's lessen the weight, because I didn't do that the first time. What? Oh, come closer to the butterfly? I don't know, I wasn't reading that. Red Riding Hood admired the butterfly and kept going. Keep going. See, she suddenly met the wolf. "Hello, girl," said the wolf. He was feeling his full supremacy. "How do you do?" "What's your name? Where are you going alone?" "Red Riding Hood, I'm going to visit Granny. My name is Wolf. Where does your grandma live?" "She lives right down there." "After that, take 30 more steps and turn right by the large anthill. As soon as you get to these pines, not spruces." "Yeah, all right." Silence. The wolf was processing the information. Red Riding Hood made a suggestion to break the prolonged pause. "Actually, you can take the short road directly through the forest, but I'm scared to go this way because there's no landmarks and trails." "Goodbye, girl," said the wolf. I feel like this is the canon story, because he's gonna... Uh-oh, the woodcutters again. Oh, fuck. The wolf ran on the short road. While running through the forest, the predator spotted woodcutters. Uh-oh. I think we have to go around them this time. Let's go around them. Let's try to get the real end. The wolf decided not to push his luck and went around. At the same time, the old lady was ravenous in her home on the edge of the forest. She was eager to eat pickled mushrooms. Cans with mushrooms were stored in the cellar, but there was a bowl with a few pieces on the table. Now I'm playing as grandma. The hag was too lazy to get fresh mushrooms from the cellar and ate the ones from the table. Yes, yes, yes! The old lady wasn't sure if she ate mushrooms from the bowl yesterday or the day before yesterday. She did not want to take the risk because mushrooms could become spoiled, but she had absolutely no desire to go into the cellar. However, there was a loud rumbling in her stomach, and the old lady began to eat the remains from the bowl. The wolf arrived in the house on the edge of the forest and knocked on the door. "Who is it?" said a weak voice. "It's me, Red Riding Hood, your granddaughter," said the wolf. He made his voice as tender as he could. "Ah, pull the string, my dear, and the door will open." Once the predator was inside, he promptly swallowed the grandmother and dressed up in her nightgown, glasses, and cap and tumbled down in her bed. That's his canon! After a while, Red Riding Hood reached the edge of the forest. She was about to knock when she stepped on the porch, but to her astonishment, she found that the door wasn't locked. Red Riding Hood found dead wolf, dressed as a woman in the bed. There was a bowl with rotten mushrooms on the table. Ending, lack of fastidiousness. What? Honestly, I'm about done with this game. I think we've seen... this was fucking hysterical, but we've seen enough. Like, I don't know what else there is to do. We should try more mushrooms. Hold on. Okay, let's do something different. Let's have the mom go again. Eat one pastry, so she's gonna get high, and then she's gonna see the naked woodcutters again. I can't get over this. I don't think there's anything... Are there any other choices we can make here? I don't think so. Let's try not to eat them. Maybe we can get the woodcutters high. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Maybe we can get the woodcutters high if we don't eat a pastry and then we feed it to them. Hold on. Mushrooms. And says, bring it yourself. Don't eat the pastries. The woman extracted one pastry from the basket, smelled it, but suppressed her temptation. She threw it back, but missed, and it plopped upon the ground. Mother swore and continued her journey. Not far from there, always hungry, a wolf was scouring the area for food. Crossing the road, he found a pastry that Mother had dropped. For a long time, he had not had a bite of food, so he ate it without thinking. Of course, it was not enough for complete satiation, and the wolf continued scouring around for prey. Meanwhile, Mother reached Granny, gave her the pastries and a pot of butter, and hurried back home. Wolf was hungrily roaming the thickets, and didn't notice how he now found himself by the forest's edge. He'd never visited this part of the woods before. There was a small wooden house on the hillock, and the wolf decided to find out who lived there. Predator jumped... Why is his name Predator sometimes? Like, I know that's a word, but shouldn't it be the Predator? Jumped on the porch and knocked on the door. "Who is it?" asked the old lady. "It's Wolf," honestly answered the wolf. "Pull the string and come in," said the old lady. Wolf and Granny sat down at the table to have some tea and pastries. Ending, Peacemaker pastries. Great. That's good. That was a happy ending, even though I don't know. Were they high? I don't know. Those were the mushroom pastries. That's a good ending. I'm almost done, but there's got to be other stuff we can do. There has to be. Is there anything I haven't done? What should I do? Go for all the gamer score. Okay. Little red with mushrooms. I did that already. Girl, mushroom, don't eat the mushrooms. Alright, let's try that. And says... Okay, Mom. Red Riding Hood was an obedient girl. Do not eat a pastry. Responsibility and honesty protected the girl from taking even a single bite. She had to deliver all the pastries intact. But she could afford herself to have a little rest. Red Riding Hood sat on a stump and was there on the shady side of a tree. It was much cooler there than on the path with the sun's blazing heat. It was caressing warmth and slight wind blowing that soon made Red Riding Hood grow languid and filled her body with pleasant drowsiness. The girl eventually closed her eyes and drifted off for a nap. Suddenly, Wolf came out of nowhere. When Red Riding Hood heard the noise, she jumped up in a flash. "Hello, girl," stated Wolf. "How do you do, mister?" said Red Riding Hood, looking at the interrogator with curiosity. "What is your name and where are you going alone?" continued Wolf, stressing the word alone. We've read all this before. "Oh, I'm sorry. I think we might have missed something." Wolf forestalled Red Riding Hood and reached the forest edge sooner. He jumped on the porch and knocked. Who is it? A weak voice answered. It's me, Red Riding Hood, your granddaughter, whispered the wolf. I'll pull the string. Oh, boy. Who is it? Wolf tried to make it sound like a granny. It's me, your granddaughter. Okay. Grandmother, why are your ears so big? Here it is. This is what we were waiting for. To better hear you with, my dear. And why are your eyes so big? The better see you with, my dear. And why are your teeth so big? They're for eating you up, my dear. Sometimes it be like this. And Wolf swallowed Red Riding Hood before she got the sense of his last words. Red Riding Hood opened her eyes, panting. Wait, it wasn't canon! No, not canon! For a long time, she looked around, trying to figure out what happened and where she was. A full moon was shining in the sky. Pines and spruces rose around her in the dark, and close to the stump she was sat on, she was lying an empty basket, ending an awful dream. What? That didn't add anything. Oh, man. Do Cabbage into the night and do not follow the wolf. All right, let's do that. Cabbage. Turn off the trail. Go at random. I feel like it's just going to lead us to the same result with someone else turning him in. Caution prevailed, and Red Riding Hood refused to follow the wolf. The beast gave a deep sigh. Like a human being, thought the girl with a shudder. There was something creepy about this. Wolf... Is this Moonlight Sonata? Again? Why does this song keep coming back? Wolf said with sadness, Well, let's go. I'll lead you to the trail and escort you to your house. If she knew the way, she'd prefer to refuse. Given the circumstances, she had to accept Wolf's proposal. They were silent the whole route. When Red Riding Hood's house appeared, Wolf thanked her for the food once again and ran back to the forest. As the girl approached the porch, she stopped for a moment and turned around, looking for a long time at the motionless wall of trees and mysterious night sky. She had a strange dual sense of relief and regret at the same time, ending colorless existence. Okay. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. All right. Then immediately back to fucking Emoji Woman. What are we doing? What are we doing? Give me one. Give me one. Apples. Apples, then what? Cabbage mom. Have we not done cabbage with the mom? Apparently we haven't done the cabbage with the mom. Hold on. My mouse is like moving slower all of a sudden. Did I accidentally hit that button on my mouse that... Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit. You hear this music? It's a remix! 88 endings, dude. This has more endings than any game ever made. Mother took the present and set out for Granny's place. She was walking down the road, inhaling fresh forest air and enjoying the warm sunlight without noticing that Wolf was following her tracks. It was his cautious nature that hindered Wolf not only to attack, but even to speak to an adult person. All the more, a group of woodcutters was working nearby. Then the beast resorted to cunning. Distinctly discerning Mother's scent on the road, he turned and went in the opposite direction, hoping that there might be someone weaker back home. Soon, Wolf found Mother's house and knocked on the door. What is he doing back here? Who is it? Asked Red Riding Hood. It's your neighbor. Come on in! Come in! After saying these words, Red Riding Hood unbolted the door, even without asking neither the name of the visitor nor his purpose. That was exactly what Wolf wanted. He broke into the house in a flash, frightening the daylight out of Red Riding Hood. It's your neighbor, Beater. Oh no. Kiss life goodbye or try... Objective, try to survive. No. No, kiss life goodbye is probably an immediate game over. But everyone's saying kiss life... Oh, it's not even spelled right! Kiss life goodby. Kiss life goodby. Predator was coming... Predator was coming towards her. The girl closed her eyes tight. Wolf attacked her and swallowed her. After satiating himself, Beast returned to the forest to take a nap. By that time, the woman reached grandmother. They sat down to have tea with pastries, making chit-chat. After they finished their tea, Mother placed the remaining pastries from the basket into a bowl. The butter pot was taken down to the cellar. Then she quickly went home and arrived before it got dark. Ending. Don't open to strangers. Should we do that again with Try to Survive? I feel like we should do that again with Try to Survive. I think there's a deeper story going on. Seems like during the day, the wolf has an uncontrollable urge to eat and consume human flesh and can't resist attacking others, but during the night, he is calmer, the curse is weakened, and he's able to direct others to help him with the magic potion. Fucking hell. It's true, though. Okay, bring it yourself. Okay, don't... Now we, take a hike. We have no neighbors, said Red Riding Hood confidently. We just moved in. I don't care. I never heard of you, and I never opened doors to strangers. Red Riding Hood was home alone, but no one knew about this, and she wasn't going to let anybody in. Wolf had to withdraw, with nothing in his belly. Still, his strong hunger compelled him to take the risk and pursue the mother. Oh shit, okay. Mike, have you read The Bigger Wolf Theory? By that time, the woman reached grandmother. Okay, the woman's voices could be heard behind the door. Who is it? Asked the old lady. Your little girl sent me. Open the door. Get lost! What does she look like? Asked Mother, winking at Granny. I couldn't see her clearly. I have impaired vision, answered Sly Boots. Talk through the door or go to hell. We don't open it to strangers, said Mother, being pretty sure that the stranger was lying and her daughter would never let an unknown person in. It's probably a family tradition, thought Wolf. He realized that it was useless, and he returned to the forest to take a nap in his lair. Okay, let's try that again, but this time, I'm gonna fight the wolf as the little girl. Bring it yourself. Come in. Kiss life goodby. Try to survive. Let's try to survive this time. But the girl was not easy to completely scare. In a heartbeat, she jumped out the window, rushed into the outhouse, and locked herself in. Then wouldn't it be an in-house? Expecting no resistance, Wolf ran after her, but was 1 second late, and the door closed in front of his nose. Wolf made lots of circles around, gnashing his sharp teeth, and Red Riding Hood watched him with a sinking heart through the cracks of her smelly, ramshackle sanctuary. Wolf had to withdraw. Oh, okay, so it's the same thing now? Alright, well then, okay. Then we'll do pull the string on the door. Pull the string and started the old lady. No, was the last thing Mother was able to scream. Wolf had already snapped the string and pulled it down. After he broke in, Mother and Granny were quickly eaten. Ending. Holy simplicity. There is no other game with this many endings and this many branching paths. This is truly the most open-ended video game of all time. I genuinely believe this. Skyrim doesn't even hold a candle to this. Doesn't even hold a candle. Shadow the Hedgehog has like 300 endings. No one cares about that game. How many endings have we gotten? I think you get an achievement for each, right? It says I have 22 out of 62 achievements. Oh, then maybe it's not that many. What should we do this time? Do the mushroom butts again. Yeah, but what do we do different? Because there's not any choices to make after that one. Cabbage Mother, wake up at dawn. Okay. Cabbage. Mother. Where's wake up at dawn? That's not in this tree, is it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that was right. I think that was for meat. With meat. Bring it yourself. I don't know if I've even done this one. I don't think I've done this one. Eat a few pastries. Mother ate one pastry. Look at that fucking face. Mother ate one pastry, but she got chilled and tired, so she ate more. The basket became 3 or 4 pastries lighter. Wet and hungry, Wolf was scouring around not far away. He already smelled the scent of prey, which led him to the trail. When Wolf saw an adult human, he chickened out a little, but hunger forced him to talk to the traveler. "Hello, madam," said Wolf, chattering. "What's your—" "I don't speak to strangers," snapped the woman, because she was very tired. She had gotten wet and wanted to get home as soon as possible. Wolf began to tremble with malice and even got hot. He wished to rush forward and swallow his prey, but he was afraid after prolonged hunger he wouldn't have enough strength. So he made another decision. He stepped aside as if he was letting the woman go, and then when she passed him, he snatched the basket and disappeared into the forest. Okay. Wolf was very hungry, but there were so few pastries, so it just excited his appetite. It was decided to have a certain rude wayfarer for lunch. Plus, it was easy to track her down. Wolf sneaked up to the unsuspecting woman from behind and then attacked and devoured her. She looks like a fucking high elf from Elder Scrolls. Ending wolf nature. I thought he was flipping her off. I'm like addicted to finding these endings now though. Like, it's really weird. Listen, I've been playing this for an hour and 50 minutes. I'll go to 2 hours and then I'm switching games. So we got 10 minutes more of endings. Give me more. Give me more. Apple, then what? Apple, then what? You gotta give me like the first couple choices. Meat, mother, one pastry. Meat and then eat one. Alright, let's try that. Fire Orb, thank you for the sub. Yeah, if you got to this stream late, it's too late for you. There's no way you can understand. Mother decided that she ought to refresh herself and ate one pastry. Wet and hungry. This is the same thing. Wolf made himself comfortable under a bush and greedily swallowed pastries. After eating, he snuggled down and slept well. Mother was standing on the road, holding her pot of butter. She didn't try to pursue a gray brigand, but her tongue was giving birth to multiple obscene expressions. There were no more pastries, but woman decided to continue her journey to visit grandmother and bring her some butter. Ending. Busy Wolf. Honestly, like, that's why I don't want to miss shit like that. I don't want to miss funny shit like that. A middle finger is more obscene than a man's ass. Yes, what are you talking about? Apple, mom, woodcutter things. Alright. Mother would carry them. Oh, yeah. This was like the first route we took, right? I can't get over this dude. This guy. She turned off the road. Yeah, alright. So what did we do the first time? Let's refuse this time. Even though this dude is literally, in the ending we chose last time, the kindest man who has ever lived. Is that Joel? No, these are the fucking lads. Refuse. No, it's not necessary. I'm in a hurry, and you have lots of work here. The woman grabbed her basket and attempted to leave. She was too tired for hanky-panky. She heard a few laughs that were addressed to the unlucky Don Juan from his colleagues, but the woodcutter who offered to help did not pay attention and followed the woman with his eyes. She really charmed him, but he was a man of decision and would not quit easily. Maybe I should follow her to find out where she lived. Alright, so in this canon, the dude is a creep. In the other canon, where we were nice to this guy, he was the nicest man who ever lived. But this one, this is the corrupted, evil, opposite universe. Yes. He decided to go after the woman because he knew finding her later would be a difficult task. The man took his axe and cautiously followed the woman. He moved unnoticeably on the right side of the road, hiding behind trees and making his steps silent. Suddenly, his eyesight caught the wolf. The wolf was creeping on the left side of the road a few paces ahead. Oh, you know what? He's gonna kill the wolf and then she's gonna love him. The beast was so excited by the pursuit that he did not notice another player. Plus, the woodcutter was moving in from the leeward side. She's like, what the fuck? When the mother reached the grandmother's house, the wolf rushed after her as soon as she opened the door and stepped across the threshold. However, the woodcutter was prepared. With the element of surprise on his side, he attacked the wolf from behind and killed him. The predator did not realize what happened, so he died with a happy expression on his muzzle, which had been anticipation of a delicious meal. When the power of speech returned to the mother and grandmother, they vied with each other to express their gratitude to the man. Red Riding Hood's mother gladly agreed to a date, admiring the woodcutter's bravery. They met in the evening and went back to look at the sunset. The woman asked the woodcutter to stay for supper, which made him glad. He also became acquainted with the woman's daughter. They had dinner together often, and eventually, the mother and woodcutter got married and lived happily ever after. Ending. Architect of your own fortune. Okay. That's great. Another happy ending. I honest to God think I have more achievements in this game than anyone. Make the woodcutter not follow her now. But, okay. I feel like that's not going to change things. Like, okay. Mother would carry them. I feel like all that's going to happen is that the wolf's just going to kill... I can't get over this middle guy. I can't get over this guy! Refuse. No. The woodcutter was disappointed and upset, so he seized his axe and continued to chop the trees with double strength. He paid no attention to the laughter of his colleagues. Look at his Timbs. He's wearing yoga pants, overalls, and... Look at his fucking ass! Holy shit! Oh my god. Dual wield! Look at that achievement icon. What the fuck? The mother swiftly walked down the road and soon reached the grandmother's house. The wolf followed the woman, undetected the whole time. Now he hid behind the bushes, like a coiled spring, ready to attack at any second. The mother opened the door and stepped across the threshold. The wolf covered the distance in 2 jumps and almost flew through the closed door. The woman's fate was determined. If only. Jesus Christ. Okay, alright. We got some time left. We got 5 minutes left. What's another one? What should we go with? I know it is addicting. I want to see the other endings. I want to see other endings. Noxie, thank you for the sub. Apple again. We did apple like a bunch of times, though. Do fish again. Meet girl, wait for the rain to end. Let's try that, because I don't think we've even waited for that before. Meet girl, wait till the rain stops. Oh, she looks fucking possessed. It was raining cats and dogs. Red Riding Hood's feet got wet while she was standing in an open doorway watching the storm, so she thought to wait a little while longer. She was lying on the bed watching through the window, but the rain wouldn't stop. She finally decided to go because it was a long way to walk and the pastries are perishable. The pastries are a perishable product. Go to Granny. Is this just going to be the same story? Red Riding Hood covered the basket with another dish towel and left the house with her gifts. The girl was quickly marching along the now soaked path. The water was squelching under her feet. Don't fucking say squelch. And trickets of water were streaming off her hat. Soon she reached Granny's house. I don't think this is going to be any different. Come in quick, she exclaimed. You got soaked to the skin. Sit down under the fire, close to the fire, and I'll put the kettle on and we'll have some... this is new. No, Granny. No, not today. I better be going before the path gets too swampy, said Red Riding Hood, while putting the still fresh pastries on a dish. Then take a couple of pastries with you. Eat them on your way back to get warm. The girl wouldn't refuse pastries with meat. She wrapped them in one of the dish towels and put them in her basket, and then she went back home. Look at that water effect. Why is his body shaped like that? What the fuck? By that time, the rain had almost stopped. The air in the forest was cool and humid, and Red Riding Hood got cold. Then she remembered the pastries in her basket. While preparing to eat them with pleasure, the girl suddenly noticed a wolf peeking out from the bushes. The girl froze in surprise. The wolf cautiously looked around, stepped onto the trail. He was pretty sure that the little girl couldn't walk through the forest alone, and adults were nearby. Nevertheless, the beast was very hungry, and his keen sense of smell made him aware of pastries with meat. Hello, girl, said the wolf. What is your name, and where are you going? My name is Red Riding Hood. I brought pastries and butter to my grandmother, and now I'm heading back home, answered the girl, looking at the skinny, wet... What, did they accidentally do the opposite? He's the opposite of a skinny, wet beast. Can you treat me to the pastries remaining in your basket? Sincerely asked the wolf. I am very hungry. Give me the pastries. Yeah, she's not even wearing her hat anymore. Treat him. Red Riding Hood very much wanted to eat all the pastries herself, but looking at the skinny wolf, she decided that he needed them more. Red Riding Hood wiped off a tear from her cheek, put the pastries on the grass, and strolled away. The wolf ate the pastries with pleasure and felt much better. What a nice little girl, thought the wolf, feeling grateful. As he turned to head home himself, his next thought made him stop. I didn't say thanks! The beast altered his direction and decided to turn back to the trail to track Red Riding Hood. Meanwhile, Red Riding Hood noticed that she didn't have her hat on. I probably left it in Granny's house, thought the girl. I need to go back for it. This is a long ending, what the fuck? At the same time in the house by the forest edge, the old lady was drinking tea with her pastries. At first, she ate a couple, then 2 more. The baked good turned out to be too delicious, so the hag couldn't control herself and ate a few more pastries. Soon she overate and decided to lie down, but this wouldn't ease her stomachache. The old lady decided to take some stomach drops. She went to the cupboard. There were some books on the upper shelf and assorted medicines on the bottom. The hag easily found the phial with the proper potion and took a sip of green liquid, which made her brows knit. The medicine was made of wormwood and had a bitter taste, but would help to move her old bowels. What if the grandmother cursed the prince What the fuck? She's got potions! I guess we gotta drink some more. Thinking that such a small potion would not be enough, Granny took a few more sips. Now this medicine reminded her very much of a drink she had when she was younger. It was called absinthe. I don't even know how to pronounce that. The old lady fucking Goron-ass music. The old lady returned. How do you absinthe? The old lady returned to bed, and after a while felt better. She even started to doze off when some monotonous, importunate buzzing woke her up. Granny turned her head to where the buzzing sound was coming from, and she was surprised to see a large clay pot on the table with yellow sunflowers in it. Very strange, thought the old lady. There were no flowers there before. Maybe Red Riding Hood brought them here. This thought calmed Granny down, but the impudent sound wouldn't stop, and she had to get up and find out what the noise was. It seemed that... What is this fucking music? It seemed that the buzzing was coming from the table. When Granny came closer, she noticed that there was a pomegranate lying... What? Behind the jug, and a bumblebee was flying around it. The hag took a nearby towel, ready to drive it away. She opened the window and couldn't believe her eyes after what she saw. What is going on? I guess I drank too much potion? Cows with long, thin legs were slowly roaming in the yard. That's fucking eerie as shit. Forgetting about the bumblebee, the old lady closed the window, returned to bed, and covered herself with the blanket up to her ears. By that time, Red Riding Hood had returned to Granny's house. She pulled the string and went in. The girl found her hat lying on a chair. She tiptoed across the room as to not wake Granny up and took her hat. Suddenly, there was a noise from behind her. The girl quickly turned around and saw her Granny with a rolling pin in her hand. "Put that hat back, you," said the old lady with an intimidating tone. "It belongs to my granddaughter." "But I am your granddaughter, Red Riding Hood." "Bullshit, you lying freak," said the hag sternly, while looking at the disgust at the weird creature consisting of many colored triangles. "Put it back and get out of here while you can." "I'm your granddaughter, and this is my hat," desperately screamed the frightened girl. "That's it, I warned you." After those words, the hag hit Red Riding Hood on her hand with the rolling pin. The girl rushed to the door, and the medicine-addled hag pursued her. In the meantime, Jesus Christ. In the meantime, Mechanical, thank you for the sub. The wolf was following Red Riding Hood's scent and soon reached Granny's house. While the predator was hiding in the nearby bushes, thinking what to do next, the door burst open and screaming Red Riding Hood jumped out of the house. The old hag with the rolling pin was chasing her. When the predator saw Red Riding Hood was in danger, he jumped out of the bushes and attacked the old hag. The scared girl quickly ran back home. Mother was astonished to hear her daughter's story, and to say honestly, was rather skeptical about it. She stroked her daughter's head, trying to calm her down, and her child eventually fell asleep. The next morning, they both went to see if the grandmother was all right. She was peacefully drinking tea with butter when Mother and Red Riding Hood abruptly rushed inside the house. Unfortunately, the old lady wasn't able to say much about yesterday's events because she barely remembered anything, even where she got the long scratches on her neck. Mother only shook her head, and after saying goodbye, she strolled with her daughter back home. Ending, Why Wolf Attacked Granny. That was a really long one. I kind of want to see what happens. Okay, it's been over 2 hours now, but I kind of want to see what happens. Give me a second. I kind of want to see what happens if you don't drink more potion. I kind of want to see what happens if you don't drink more potion. You know? What even was that path? Was it meat? It was meat, and then I fucking don't even fucking remember. It was meat, and then she went. You need to see what the wolf does if you don't feed him. Wait till the rain stops. Right, okay. Go to Granny. Okay, let's see. Should we already waited for the rain to stop. Should we don't treat him this time? I was gonna do the same path, but have her not drink more potion. Don't treat him. Do both. All right, well, let's start with this one. We'll treat him, and then we'll not drink the extra potion. Wait till the potion takes effect. Ugh. She looks like she's done. Look at her fucking dentures. After taking the medicine, the old lady returned to bed and soon felt much better. The girl actually found her hat in Granny's house. She put the hat on and went back home. Tired but satisfied, Red Riding Hood was briskly walking along a path. Suddenly, Wolf walked up on the road right in front of her. The girl froze on the spot, anxiously looking at her predator. Probably hadn't enough pastries, thought Red Riding Hood, shivering. Right, it's hard to saturate a wolf with a couple pastries. When the predator saw the girl, he smiled wide in all his teeth. After that sight, Red Riding Hood fainted. Wolf licked Red Riding Hood on the nose, and when she opened her eyes, he quickly said, "Don't worry, I just wanted to thank you for the pastries." "You're welcome," said the girl, trying to pull herself together. Where are you going this late?" asked the predator. "Home," abruptly answered Red Riding Hood. "Let me accompany you," suggested the predator. It was useless to argue, and Red Riding Hood agreed. They were silent the whole time. Red Riding Hood didn't know what was... Look at the achievement icon! That was great! Red Riding Hood didn't know what it was accustomed to discuss with the wolf. When they finally saw the house, the wolf said, "I'd better not go further." Little Red Riding Hood suddenly really wanted to leave something for the wolf as a gift. "Thank you for escorting me," said the girl, as she took off her hat and gave it to the wolf, so the game literally acknowledges that it's a hat. "Please take it as a keepsake." The beast tried to wear the hat to show his politeness, but after trying it on, declined the gift and said, It's a women's garment, but I'm a wolf. Thanks for the pastries again. It's so hard sometimes to find food in the forest. If you want, you can come here every week this time, and I will be leaving for you something to eat," suggested Red Riding Hood. "Wow, thanks." That's all the wolf was able to say, shocked by generosity, but he was rather skeptical about her words. Red Riding Hood kept her promise. Every week, at the same hour, she would leave something tasty for the wolf. Ending. Thanks from the wolf. Okay, I'll do the other one now. Meat. Okay, Mom. Wait for the rain to stop. Go to Granny. Okay, so now we do not feed him. Don't treat him. Red Riding Hood felt sorry for the wolf, but she was also cold, tired, and hungry. "I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf, but I have only a few left. They won't even be enough for me." Pride wouldn't allow the wolf to beg this brat for a single bite. Without saying a word, the beast went back. Why doesn't he eat her? Wasn't that like his fucking... Also, why did they use like a different wolf model for this storyline? Because he looks way fluffier. The wolf, who was angry and upset at the same time, was prowling through the forest, hoping to catch anything for dinner. That predator tried to concentrate, but his emotions and constant growling in the stomach wouldn't allow that. "Am I a wolf or not?" thought Wolf, abruptly stopping his movement. "I can go back right now and eat everyone together with those pastries." Meanwhile, Red Riding Hood noticed that she didn't have her hat on. "I probably left it in Granny's house," thought the girl. "I need to go back for it." Oh shit, now the paths confuse. What the fuck? Well, now what? Drink more, okay. But this is when she starts seeing the fucking cows. And then she... Bullshit. Okay, but now maybe he won't save her. In the meantime, Wolf, who was ready to eat anything and everyone, was following Red Riding Hood's scent and soon reached Granny's house. While the predator was thinking what to do next, the door burst open and screaming Red Riding Hood jumped out of the house. The old hag was chasing her with a mad look in her eyes. Wolf didn't want to catch rabies and quickly ran away looking for another type of prey. The hag was chasing Red Riding Hood for a few seconds, but the girl was quicker and soon shook her pursuer off. Nevertheless, the girl kept running through the forest, too scared to look back, and stopped only when she felt exhausted. What the fuck? Catching her breath, Red Riding Hood looked around. There were age-old trees surrounding her. Their branches were slowly moving in the wind. Red Riding Hood got spooked because she was in an absolutely unfamiliar part of the forest. The girl kept on running as she thought towards the main path, but it would not appear, and the forest was becoming even thicker. Soon, Red Riding Hood realized that she was actually lost in the deep woods. Okay. I wish someone compiled a list of all of the good endings so I could see them all, but it's getting to that point. I've been streaming this for 2 hours and 10 minutes now. I can't keep doing this. I can't. Ugh, man. What? Have I done the canon yet? I thought I did. Do more shrooms. Same thing, but without the extra potion. Oh my god. I'm so glad I decided to play this. Drink more potion now. Do the same story, but with the... Something happened with the brother and sister that you skipped? Really? Meat, don't feed, wait on drugs. Isn't that what I just did? We haven't done fish in a while. Let me try fish. Hold on. Let me try fish. You bring it yourself because I don't feel well. Oh, we saw this. Take a pastry from the basket. I shall take one pastry, decided Red Riding Hood. No one will ever know! After this, she rushed up to the table like a black kite, attacking... A black kite? Is that a type of snake? Attacking its prey, grabbed a pastry, and returned to the bed. Soon Mother appeared in the room, already dressed up for the trip. She took the pastries, kissed her daughter, and left the house. Oh my god. The weather was marvelous. Spring sun was warming up the air, birds were twitting, snow was still... Yeah, we saw this. What did I do last time? I feel like I ate a pastry and then the mom didn't feel good and she had to run home. Is that what happened? When we did the fish? Let's don't. There was a loud rumbling in her stomach. I feel like I did this already. Snatch those pastries immediately. Ask for the pastries. Oh, right. This might be where she flipped him off, I think. Keep waiting to eat everything and everyone. Eat pastries too. Oh my god. Mother, old hag, and fish pastries are a thermonuclear mix. Will Wolf outlive this night? No one knows. Oh my god. Cold Tofu, thank you for the sub. Okay. So in that one, he just fucking eats everything. You didn't do meat. Don't give the wolf pastry, and then don't drink more potion. Alright. Sure. Okay, Mom. Wait till the rain stops. Don't give the wolf the pastry, and then don't drink more potion. I thought I did that one. Or don't give the granny more... Okay, so don't feed the wolf. And then don't take more potion. Okay. Granddaughter, wait, it's going to be dark soon. Perhaps you should spend the night here. Oh, another choice? Your choices matter in Red Riding Hood Enhanced Edition. I think go home. It's going to be dark in the woods, right? I think go home. I'm going home, because it'll be nighttime. No, Granny, I'll be walking much faster. Oh, never mind. I'll stay here. Mother will be worried. If I stay here, Mother will be worried. I told her I'd be back today. Yes, you're right. Go, thank you for coming. A hungry wolf. All right. When her brother noticed that she was about to cry, he hurried. I think there's a different one every time. Oh, man. You're getting buffering? I'm not dropping any frames. Every time I click next, I just regret it immediately. Meat. Have we done a whole lot with the mom delivering the meat? Eat one pastry. Yeah, this is where she flips the wolf off. I just checked, and you have earned exactly half of the endings. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. This is the last one. This is the last one I'm gonna do. This is it. No, I'm not doing another stream of this. This is a one-off. I'm not doing this. I'm closing this game forever. I'm doing one more. Please do canon. How do you do canon? I don't even know how you would do that. This is the real last one. Let me do mushrooms. Mushrooms. How about we do... Little Red brings the mushrooms. Last time we ate a mushroom and then she got high, so let's don't eat a pastry. And then... Hello girl, said the wolf. I'm also getting very tired of reading. I think the joke in this game is that the brother doesn't remember the story. Yeah, we saw this. And that this was the one... Okay, that's exactly... We've seen most of these endings at this point. I don't know. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You can save? Oh, no, you can save? You can save and redo choices? Would have been nice to know that at this point. At the beginning of the stream, it would have been nice to know. Why would this game have a save feature? It's not like it's any quick. It would have been a lot quicker. Are you kidding me? It would have been a lot quicker. I mean, we could belt out a few more endings if we wanted. Let's get a few more. A few pastries. This game has a great soundtrack. Once the predator was inside, he promptly swallowed the grandmother and then dressed up in her nightgown. I'm done. I'm actually done this time. I'm done this time. Quit. Really quit? Yes. Alright, well that was... Oh man, what was that game even called? Return of Red Riding Hood Retribution? Return of Red Riding Hood... Enhanced... Return of Red Riding Hood Enhanced Edition. That was a great game. That was great. And I only unlocked 52% of the achievements. Do the achievements have names? Or are they hidden? I'm just looking to see if there's any fun sounding ones. There's one called Woodcutter's Rescuers. There's one called... What? This is an achievement in the game, okay? There's an achievement called Retarded Ignition. What? There's an achievement called Alpha and Omega. What the fuck? I guess it could be, like, delayed, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there was naked dudes and a middle finger in this game, so who knows? I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. I'm actually done. I'm going to switch to Simpsons Hit and Run in a couple minutes. I need to take a little BRB just to get a drink and walk around a little bit. And I need to rest my voice for a couple minutes. So I'll be right back with some Simpsons Hit and Run. Thank you for joining me for Red Riding Hood Retribution. I'll be back. Please hold.